I can't travel yet. I have kids. What about your kids? You're making a huge sacrifice for your kids. These are things I get hit with in the comments all the time, right? So let's tackle it. I have one child. She is now 19 at university. So I am an empty nester. So the decisions you're making now really aren't affecting her too much. But she did do her HSC years, year 11 and year 12, on the road through distance education. And distance education we found to be an exceptional solution for her. It would not suit every child. It worked particularly well for my daughter. She smashed her HSC, she got the results she wants, she got to the uni she wants, she's studying the course she wants. So it worked. It would not work for every child. It takes, I think, especially as they're older, maybe younger kids, it might be a bit more flexible for. For that HSC year, you have to have a student who is motivated and has goals to keep them motivated, because it would be really easy. Like, there was days where Tom and I went to the beach and climbed a mountain and done amazing things, and she sat home in the bus and studied. Like, so you have to have a kid that's dedicated to make that level of study work. But you can also we could have just not gone hiking until she'd finished her studies for the day. Like, if she was younger and maybe didn't have the workload that she did. I also think distance education has set her up to be an incredible young woman, because it forced her from her comfort zone. She had to interact with people of all ages, from all demographics. She actually had to speak, not like through the phone or text or whatever. She had to mingle with people from all walks of life for a few years. And then when she moved to a dorm at uni, she'd been living in a bus for 2 years. So she's moved into a tiny little dorm room. And it's actually more space than she's had and privacy for the last 2 years. So I think, it did set her up in a lot of ways to accomplish her dreams, but it's not for every child. And the point of this was that there is solutions. Like, if you really think that you are miserable in your life the way it is, and you're so ready to travel, but you have kids so you don't want to, there are solutions. And the crux of it, your kid's probably going to be happier because you're happier. Like, for me, I was in a job I hated, and I was bringing home all this miserable energy to my house that was making my family miserable. Even though it wasn't my intention, it comes home with you, right? And we kicked it all, and we lived the travel life, and we all smashed our goals. So it's possible. Don't just say, I can't because of my kids. There are solutions. There is an answer to every problem. It's not always easy, and you've got to dig a bit to get there, but it is possible. So don't say, my kids are holding me back from my happiness. Take your happiness and your kids and have a great adventure. You can do it.